Hi, it's Warren Black here. In this video, we'll be looking at attracting wealth while you're sleeping. Now, what's interesting is, did you know that King Solomon, the wisest man that ever lived, said in the book of Ecclesiastes, the last book he ever wrote, that the domain of the wicked is to toil and strive with sorrow for wealth, but for the righteous who are good in the sight of spirit, of energy, it comes to them easily and wealth just gets transferred over to them. If you want to learn how to have that happen to you, keep listening. Because in this video, we'll be covering 3 topics: how to attract wealth while you sleep, learning the tools to bring in money without working, and how you can put steps in place to manifest wealth. I still remember years ago what a mentor said to me. He took me to the casino and we're watching the Prince of Saudi Arabia bet $25,000 per bet. And he said, "How hard do you think this guy works for his wealth?" I said, "Not very." He said, "Yep, he just attracts it." So how do you attract wealth for yourself? Let's just have a look at how we can attract wealth while we're sleeping. So it doesn't have to stop the process of manifesting wealth when you fall asleep, because your subconscious mind is highly active and processing while you sleep. The ancients knew this. And in fact, in the Bible, it talks about that those who prosper, they delight in God and they meditate upon the law of the Lord day and night. And I used to think, how can you be meditating night in your sleep? And I'd get a bit despondent and a bit like, how do I do that? But as I studied more, what happened is that a lot of our processing happens when we're not saying anything. In fact, a lot of words is externally focused. Often we're inwardly manifesting, we're dreaming, and we're asleep, we're in a REM state, and we're processing. So the more we've spoken over ourselves, and especially, as Neville Goddard says, if you speak over yourself before going to sleep, just before, when you're half asleep, half awake, your subconscious mind will process that all night. So it can be a very powerful tool for attracting financial abundance into your life. So doing that just before you go to sleep at night. Neville Goddard suggests being in the right feeling state just before sleep is essential for attracting vast wealth. That you want to train yourself that you just, as you're going into that sleepy state and you're going to bed, you just give thanks for the abundance, for the wealth, for the 10,000 you're going to manifest tomorrow, for the blessings on your cryptos, on your investing, your shares, on your business, whatever it is you feel, but you're in perfect health as you wake up. I use that secret a lot for health when I'm not feeling good, but I'll wake up and I'll be a different man, and do that with wealth as well. So you can do this various ways. You've got wealth subliminals. You can actually play recordings you can buy, which go while you sleep, or just on Spotify or YouTube and have a listen. You can do visualization, set intentions just as you're falling half asleep before you go to bed. I've even actually created my own subliminal where I've played music on the piano. I've spoken to manifestations over myself and have it on repeat when I go to sleep. And it's amazing how it works on you. In fact, Master Raymond Grace, like Neville Goddard, suggests to slowly speak your desired manifestations as you're drifting off to sleep. Like talking about, I'm manifesting $10,000 in my business tomorrow. My debts are gradually being paid off in record time. And one of my clients, she got herself out of a $250,000 debt and a business going broke to where she was out of debt and prospering, making $15,000 a week just by doing this morning and at night. So in terms of the tools to bring in money without working, nothing comes back to believing in it and just knowing it's yours and speaking as if you have it. So it's within reach if you leverage the right tools and strategies. There's a story of Sri Yukteswar, the great yogi, who actually did that. He decided when he was 22, he really didn't want to work in a normal job. He wanted to be a full-time yogi serving people. So he just made a prayer and gave thanks that financial freedom was his destiny. In that way, his father would get off his back about getting a trade, which he was, and he gave thanks for it. Within a matter of months, he was financially free, owned 2 properties miraculously. One, he basically lived in to run his monastery. The other one he rented out, and that covered all his expenses. In fact, in Ecclesiastes, the wise King Solomon, who many movements are named after, suggests striving and toiling hard for wealth is the path of the wicked, but for the just and those who are good in God's sight, it is all stored up for them. And they get to enjoy their wealth and get to enjoy the abundance of their wealth and get to eat of it. Whereas he said the sign of sadness or the wicked is where you toil for wealth but end up giving it to someone else. Toiling for wealth is a waste of time because you can't take it with you anyway. There's various ways you can achieve, like stocks, real estate, digital products like crypto, savings, investment, property, you name it. But these are the practical applications, as directing the energy and having the intent needs to be there first, the knowing and the speaking as if it's already done. And it's interesting because even when Donald Trump won the election the second time, for example, when you read about what he did, he was already seeing it long before. He was talking about it years earlier. He was talking about in 2000 he ran for president. Many don't know that. So he's speaking about it over and over. So the more you just speak over and over and over your life around wealth and abundance, you will find that it will come to you very easily. Many people limit it by getting scared around taxes or this, but you just want to be speaking about abundance. The steps you can put in place, you want to align your mindset, energy, and action to having financial abundance. So if you're walking around whinging about your money or scared about the future or focusing on losses that you've made, that's the kind of sign of scarcity. An abundant person loses money and go, whatever, I'll learn from it and move on. So you want to be living your life, even if you are struggling, as if you've got abundance. That's how you want to do it. This is a secret. A friend of mine who's a great faith healer, he told me he actually manifested a building paid off in Melbourne in a prime area just because he simply went, signed a contract, 12 months to pay it, had no idea how he was going to pay it, but just gave thanks, spoke about it every day, and people started giving him donations and it got paid off. So wealth manifestation starts with clarity. You write down a specific financial goal and the reasons that you want to achieve it. Visualize yourself achieving this goal in vivid detail, including what financial freedom feels and looks like in your life. So the more you can picture, visualize, and speak it and live as if it is, the easier you will manifest it. Practice gratitude as it shifts your energy to focus on abundance, not lack, aligning you with financial opportunities and prosperity. Because wealth manifests when you expand your knowledge and skills, learn how to build wealth, manage your money, and maintain it. But it first starts in esoterically imagining it, speaking it, and living your life on the assumption that things will work. Practical example, I've learned many techniques over the years for this, like visualizations, affirmations. I do that kind of stuff regularly. I've even got one right now, which I regularly use. I have a spiritual teacher. I'm magnificently and handsomely paid for all I do with ease, grace, and harmony. I do that so they end up getting that money from debt or something else. So I want it in ease. I've consistently manifested six-figure amounts in very fast time by energy directing techniques, practical action steps. I've manifested for 2 years, wouldn't have to work when I had an illness, and we did a manifestation to manifest an investment. We got one come out of nowhere, and the money from that funded me for 2 years, many years ago. Even recently, I did a manifestation because I had a bit of a over commitment on an expensive trip to Europe. It was more than I thought. I was at to place a bet, a very big bet in a trade. It covered it quite comfortably, covered the extra expense. On top of that, in fact, I had an unexpected huge tithe payment given a spiritual teacher, which was way more than I thought, which single-handedly paid for the trip anyway, regardless of my trade. So that was pretty cool. So in summary, attracting wealth while you sleep can be done when you program it into your subconscious mind, like subliminally, and speak it over yourself just before you go to bed. To build wealth without constant effort, focus on passive income sources and financial growth strategies, and link it with energy and intent. Just give thanks for the doors to access and make really good incomes passively come to you quite straightforwardly. And then clear your blocks around that. And the more you do that, the more you will get it, and it will just attract to you. Set clear financial goals, visualize achieving them, and use energy intent just before you sleep to direct your wealth manifestation by speaking it just before you sleep. Watch what happens. Any questions, put in the comments. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got plenty of great videos. We've even got a sole purpose to help you find your mission on this earth that can help you accelerate your money even more. But subscribe to our YouTube channel. The other one is please join the Awakening Within.net, our free training. We've got some great teachings on how to manifest money and change energy and transform health. Some really good free stuff. Yes, there's paid stuff, but our free stuff is out of this world. So please join it, and you can be notified of our masterclasses as well. Okay. Thank you very much for listening. Go ahead and manifest and do well. Bye for now.